What's going on, ladies and gents? How are you? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Jeff Leach, with some brand new content for you. As you know, we've been putting up the full interviews with our Call of Duty actors that appeared in the full-length video at the gun range, which you can also find on the YouTube channel. And the first of those today is going to be the amazing Aidan Bristow. So as you'll know, if you're a fan of Call of Duty, in Modern Warfare 2019, Aidan Bristow plays the character Hadir Karim, who actually undergoes quite a big change over the course of the story. Check out the full interview, enjoy his answers, and while you're here, why not check out our amazing sponsors of today's video, aimcontrollers.com. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Aim Controllers are currently, until the end of November, offering $75 off your custom controller orders, over $225 at aimcontrollers.com in both the North America and EU regions. Shipping available throughout, lifetime warranty. Look at the ergonomic design, look at the button mapping, look at the delicious grip and design elements. And what's even more beautiful is they come with a lifetime warranty and official PlayStation and Xbox parts, whether you're getting it for Xbox One, Xbox X, Xbox S, PS4 or PS5, or if you need a keyboard or a mouse, they got everything you need. Check them out, aimcontrollers.com. Use code GHOST for $75 off until November, and then $55 off after that. Thank you very much. Enjoy the video. And thank you to our sponsors.
My name is Aidan Bristow, and I play Hadir Karim in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Prior to being booked, I wasn't much of a gamer at all. I didn't know too much about the Call of Duty lore. During the audition process, I didn't even get much of a chance to research because they don't tell you anything. I don't think I even knew it was Call of Duty until day 2 of working on the job. So it was a lot of new information all at once, but what's great is once you do start working, you have access to all the writers, and they're all really generous, just giving you backstory and sending you YouTube links of some of the campaigns of the past, so you can just kind of educate yourself. So I definitely got an accelerated education pretty quickly that way. I'm not much of a gamer at the moment myself. I was thinking about during the pandemic, I got an Oculus. I've been playing like more kind of interactive, like boxing games and games that give me an excuse to exercise, I guess. So that's kind of my limited experience with games at the moment. Hadir Karim's a pretty complicated character, which is what made him really enjoyable to play. He's kind of stuck in between this position of wanting to be loyal to his family, but also wanting to further the cause for his country. What I like about his character that I can relate to is that he sees the world not as like black or white, but just multiple shades of gray, and I think that that's applicable to most people's lives, but certainly kind of how I process things and process my own relationships in my life, but also like obstacles that come up, and just trying to understand them as complex issues as opposed to like there's always a right answer or wrong answer. And I feel Hadir's journey in the campaign for Modern Warfare is definitely a lot of him having to ask questions of what side of good and bad he wants to fall on, and I think he refuses always to choose whether one side's good or one side's bad, and that there's a more complicated answer to the problems that he's dealing with the civil war in his country. The COD community has been incredibly flattering, just communicating with them and interacting with them. I've done some of these like online conventions and signings and things, and just to see how much the story means to them, and people from all over the world from different backgrounds. And I think what's beautiful about our story is that kind of like I was saying before, there is no good guy, bad guy. Like, it's a complicated geopolitical world we live in, and I felt what the writers for Modern Warfare did was try to replicate that within the game. And so you could play, be like a Russian character and understand that side and the complex issues from that point of view, or be a Middle Eastern character and an American CIA operative, and vice versa. So being able to talk to people from different parts of the world and understand why they're relating to the game, and for very different reasons of why someone from another part of the world might relate to it, just makes the work really meaningful. And like, I fell in love with acting because I love social commentaries that make us kind of think about our own lives, and I felt that our game was really special in that way because there's so many parallels with what's happening around the world politically right now. A personal life goal, I just want to work on stuff that, kind of like what I said before, just has like social commentaries that mean something to me. I kind of fell in love with acting by reading plays that talked about issues that had parallels in my own life, and it felt like a really noble pursuit to be a part of that storytelling process. And so I don't care if it's playing Pizza Boy #4, if it's Spotlight, for example, and it like is trying to send a message and like teach people about something that's really important, like I'm all in for that. So A lot of what I try to do is like, if I'm lucky enough to work and generate an income doing it, I can take some of that and put up, plays in small theater houses that mean something to me. Like, I can make that work for a really long time. So that's always my goal in that, is like trying to seek out really good stories and things that like mean a lot to me, and then find ways to, whether filming it or producing it or maybe putting it up in a theater, just trying to get it out there. And whether it's like 7 people or 700 people who watch it, I think like that's kind of a cool pursuit to do with your life, is just trying to impact anyone you can. One random fact about me that people might not know is I have 3 citizenships. I was born in England, so I'm a British citizen, and then I moved to Australia, and I lived there for about 4 years, and so I have Australian citizenship, and now I have US citizenship too, because I've been living in the States for a while now. A characteristic that Hadir Karim has that I wish I had is just like his assertiveness and being able to commit to his convictions. He makes like a really, really hard decision in the middle of the campaign of basically betraying his sister for a bigger cause. And I know some people might look at his character as like the bad guy of our story, but I felt like what he did was really courageous, and there was a lot of sacrifice in it. And sometimes I wish I had some of that assertiveness and ability to sacrifice in my own life. I think it takes like a really strong-minded and disciplined person to be able to do that. And I think all of us kind of admire people who can do that type of thing. I have played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and I'm terrible at it. When it came out, I had like a little party at a friend's house of mine who's a big gamer, and it was like 10 of us. They all just took turns shooting my character in the face and having the game say, sorry, friendly fire won't be tolerated, and it would like push you back like a little bit. So it was really great for everyone taking turns, because you could just go back to the same starting point and either throw a grenade at me and blow me up. So that was probably the most fun I've had playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare since it's come out, just being able to experience that with my friends. Yeah. A piece of work I'm really proud of, I'd say there's like 2 films that really stick out. One's Eat With Me, is about a closeted Chinese man who's coming out to his mom, and it really deals with the gay community in some of these kind of more conservative cultures and how hard that is, even if they've emigrated to the US. And I got to be in that film, and I still to this day get personal messages from people who say that like that they really related to the film, and they watched it with their family, and it made it easier for them to have certain difficult conversations with their parents. And that's like Middle Eastern families, various parts of Asia, like that could really like relate to that type of conservative background. Another film was Strawberry Flavored Plastic, which was like a really tough acting role. It's about a serial killer who you had to like really empathize with, and just trying to get the humanity of someone who does something so horrific. Was like really, really difficult, but it did really well. We have like 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is cool, and a lot of great places like The Hollywood Reporter gave us like a really awesome review. So I felt like it's pretty successful in that regard. But that was really hard, because like it was pretty terrible things that he does, but just trying to figure out how he like is still a human being in a lot of ways to all of us, but he just has this like innate kind of genetic flaw that makes him do this horrible thing. So that was really meaningful, that like people were able to kind of get what we were like aiming for in making that. I think this is like the future of storytelling, to be honest, like what we're doing with things like Call of Duty. I've been lucky to work on other games since then, and I'm definitely seeing this trend of like getting like some of the best writers in the town to work on these games. And again, like the thing that I love too is like the parallels to real life, and I'm seeing that more. I'm working on a game right now that similarly, it's not like about a Warzone or anything, but it's also just about the role of technology in our life and like the pros and cons of that. And I think those are themes that are really important that we all should be kind of grappling with, of how much we allow technology into our lives. I think it's a really great way to reach a much bigger audience than like a movie can or a TV show can, and really put the person playing the game in like the driver's seat of those experiences. And I think it's a great way to entertain people, but a great way to also ask some poignant questions.